This is a recording of the collection of teachings by Ajahn Lee Dhammadharo. Ajahn Lee Dhammadharo is a well-known and respected Thai meditation teacher of the forest tradition from the 20th century. And he is also known as the master of the mindfulness of the breath. So this chapter is titled The Basics of Breathing, Part 1. When the body is still, you gain knowledge from the body. When the mind is still, you gain knowledge from the mind. When the breath is still, you gain knowledge from the breath. Ordinary everyday breathing doesn't do anything special for you, except keep you from dying. The breathing on which your awareness is intent can give rise to all sorts of good things. Ordinary breathing is the breath of suffering and stress. In other words, when it comes in, it reaches a point of discomfort, so you have to breathe out again. And when you breathe out, again you run into discomfort and you have to breathe in again. This kind of breathing isn't called meditation. Meditation means gathering all your awareness into the mind. The present aspect of the body is the breath. The present aspect of the mind is mindfulness and alertness. So bring the present of the mind together with the present of the body. The breath is like water. Mindfulness is like soap. The mind is like clothing. If you don't keep washing the mind, it will get dirty. When your clothing isn't white and clean, it doesn't feel comfortable to wear. Don't put pressure on the breath. Don't force it or hold it. Let the breath flow easily and comfortably, as when you put a fresh egg in cotton batting. If you don't throw it or push it down, the egg won't get dented or cracked. This way, your meditation will progress smoothly. If the mind isn't yet still, just watch the in and out breath without trying to notice whether it's comfortable or not. Otherwise, the mind will start to stray. It's like a farmer planting an orchard. If it mows down too much grass all at once, he won't be able to plant all his trees in time, and the grass will start growing again. He has to mow down just the area that he can plant in one day. That's how he'll get the results he wants. Whether or not the breath is even, you have to keep your mindfulness even. The breath is like waves. Mindfulness is like a boat. The mind is like a person sitting in the boat. If the waves of the breath aren't still, the boat will tip or overturn, and the person in the boat will die or suffer hardships. You have to make your mind still like a boat that has cast anchor in the middle of the sea when there's no wind or waves. The boat doesn't tip, and the person in the boat, your mind, is quiet, still, and at ease. This is the mind on the noble path. It's a mind with full power beyond the sway of the hindrances. There are 5 hindrances in the mind. They are restlessness and worry, sloth and torpor, ill will, doubt, and sensual desires. So when you meditate, you may see a lot of restlessness in you. They may even include worrying about whether you're meeting deadline for your work, or else you feel drowsy, which is sloth and torpor, and you don't know, you can't see what's happening in your mind, so that's sloth and torpor. Or you may have some ill will, thinking about somebody criticizing you or another person, how unfair it is. So that is ill will. Or simply, in many of our meditations, you could be thinking about food, what to eat for tomorrow. That's sensual desires. And doubt is when we are wondering, why are we still sitting looking at our breath? Maybe we should go out for supper or to meet a friend. So there is doubt in this practice, whether it can bring you the sustained calm and happiness compared to having nice food, which is sensual pleasures. So these are hindrances that prevent us from wanting to practice. So Ajahn Lee continued. Make your mind like a train running along the track. The breath is the track. The mind is the train. And mindfulness is the conductor driving the train. You have to make sure that the conductor isn't drunk on alcohol and that he's intent on driving the train well so that it goes straight down the track. When the train goes smoothly up and down the track without any hitches, the results are that you earn money from carrying passengers and freight. The money stands for inner worth and skillfulness. The passengers are the 4 jhanas. Jhanas means different levels of tranquil concentration or different levels of feeling beatific. So it's a different level of consciousness from our everyday consciousness, which will benefit the mind. The freight stands for the fullness of the physical properties, which will benefit the body. The breath in the body isn't limited just to the breath that flows in and out of the nose. The breath in the body spreads out to every pore, like the vapor that gets exhaled from an ice cube. It's much more refined than the air outside. When the internal breath goes out the pores, it gets reflected back into the body. This breath is called the supporting breath. It helps keep the body and mind cool and still. So, when you breathe in, let the breath fill the inside of your body. When you breathe out, let it spread in all directions. When you breathe in, you have to feel the effects of the inner breath in 3 parts of the body. First part, the lungs and heart. Second part, the liver and stomach and intestines. Third part, the rib cage and spine. If the breath doesn't have an effect all over the body, you're not getting the full results of concentration. Expanding the breath is beneficial both for yourself and for others. It benefits others in that it helps keep your body healthy and at ease. It benefits you in that it helps to expand the mind. Hot breathing is destructive. It gives rise to pain and makes the body ache. Cool breathing is constructive. Warm breathing is like medicine. The common breath is long and slow. The refined breath is short and light. It can penetrate into every blood vessel. It's a breath of extreme high quality. Whenever there's pain in the body, focus on making the breath go past it if you want to get results. Suppose you have a pain in your knee. You have to focus on breathing all the way down to the ends of your toes. If you have a pain in your shoulder, focus the breath past it to your arm. When pain arises and you focus your awareness on someone or something else in order to forget the pain, that's okay. But it's only mindfulness, not alertness. You have to know inside yourself for there to be both mindfulness and alertness. Breath subdues pain. Mindfulness subdues the hindrances. When we meditate, it's as if we were milling the rice grains in our granary so that they'll be ready to cook. The mind is like grains of rice. The hindrances are like the husk. We have to crack the husk and then polish away the dirty red skin underneath. That's when we'll end up with good white rice. The way to polish it is to use directed thought and evaluation. Directed thought is when we focus the mind on being aware of the in and out breath, which is like taking a handful of rice and putting it in the teeth of our meal. We have to make sure that the teeth of the meal are in good shape. If we are aware of just the in-breath and then get distracted with the out-breath, it's as if the teeth of our meal were broken. When this happens, we have to fix them immediately. In other words, we re-establish mindfulness on the breath and brush away all other perceptions. Evaluation is being observant, taking careful note of the breath as we breathe in to see what it's like, to see whether it's comfortable, easy, and free-flowing. We then let the good breath sensations spread throughout the body to chase out the bad breath sensations. All the properties of the body will become pure. The mind will become bright. The body will feel cool and at ease. We have to look after the breath in this way, in the same way that we catch baby chicks to put in the coop. If we hold them too tight, they die. If we hold them too loosely, they run away. We have to gather them in our hands in a way that's just right. That way, they'll all end up safely in the coop. When we use directed thought and evaluation, it's as if we polish away the dirty red skin from our rice grains. We'll end up with nice white rice. And this nice white rice refer to the rapture, pleasure, and singleness of preoccupation that one experiences in a jhana state. A jhana is a beatific form of consciousness. If we take the rice to market, it will fetch a good price. If we cook it, it will taste good and nourish the body. This is why we should all be intent on polishing the rice in our granary so that we'll end up with grade A rice.